Can I say that again? This is
When employees tell you off and then they back up, this is what they do. They crawdad.
wow.
Look at it. This one's mad over here. Because he's like, I'm trying to get you.
Whoa. Well, he's mad too. This one, look at it. He got the pictures out. So you have to attack from the back. So you won't get pinched. Look, one is trying to escape. He sees what's happening. He's like, it's too hot in here.
So we didn't get the fill line right, huh?
No, I think it needs to be higher than what they said, although we may not put it.
All right,
Daddy's got him.
This is a side episode of Don't Waste Your Time. This video may not be for you.
Yes, sir.
So this is a crawdad, and do they normally do that?
They'll pinch you. They'll fight you a little bit. They don't like being messed with like anybody else.
Yeah. So I'm at the Crawdad. I've been invited to a co-worker's house, and he has how many? 160
pounds.
160 pounds of crawdad. To wit, I'm not eating, not even an ounce. I don't do seafood. This is considered seafood, right?
I would think so.
Mud food. Mud food.
Transport food.
And this is Jarrod, by the way.
Hello, everyone.
I've been knowing Jarrod for a long time, since 2012. And he moved on me. He went to Arkansas. Woo-hoo. But he has a Tesla. Yay!
We still love you. We still love you. We test drove Tesla together.
That's right. That's right. You are so true. This could be an episode about.
That was the starting point.
You are correct, because okay, now this is a legitimate interview with you. You are so correct, because I came from DHS. You was already an architect.
Yep.
And you came by my office and you said, "What's up with this Tesla thing?" I said, "I saw Tesla on the corner. I think it was on K Street at one point."
I was like walking along K Street.
Yeah,
I think it was at a training class.
Right.
I saw it over there, and I'm like, "What in the world?"
Right, and they had the roaster
in the middle of the city.
They had the roaster prominently in the main window.
Yeah.
It was sometimes it was painted red, white, and blue with stars. But anyway, so Jarrod and I went for a lunch date, and we actually test drove our the first Tesla. I think it was 60D. I think so. It was a Model S 60D, 2014-ish. Yep. And I'm gonna let Jarrod talk about his adventures first, because once we drove and we got outside of the Pentagon area, what did that salesman, the associate?
I forget his name.
Yeah.
Was it Alex?
No, it wasn't Alex. But he told you to gun it.
I got to drive first, right?
Yes.
So it was like all city driving. So
Right.
it's pretty slow at the first,
Right.
because you're getting used to the regen braking.
Right.
And that was totally new to me. So
Right.
understanding that the car slows itself down, and
Right.
you really didn't need to brake in the city. So that was all cool. But when we got out on, was it 395?
395.
When we got on the 395, he said, "Gun it," and I did not disappoint. I floored it.
You got that right.
And it did everything. Purcell was back squirming in the background.
I didn't anticipate it was taking off.
I'm just enjoying.
Right.
I'm just enjoying the experience.
Right.
And then we get on 395, and he waits. The guy that's the salesman waits very long to tell me that I need to get off at this exit, and there's a car in front and a car behind, and I'm just like, how do I get at this exit, with all these people? And again, I just floored it, zipped around everybody, and so Purcell was very happy when he asked me to pull over so that he could take over the driving experience.
You see Jarrod's complexion? That was my complexion. The blood just ran out my body.
I am not a fast driver from the standpoint of like I don't like to go at high speeds.
Right.
But I do like to get to the speed limit really fast. And
yeah.
my favorite thing with the
Yeah.
Tesla is I get to the speed limit really fast all the time. I'm not sure it's helping me on my insurance bill, but boy, I enjoy doing it.
So let's fast forward the story. So I ended up buying a Tesla like the next day. I mean, literally.
As soon as your son got a college
Yes.
full ride, you were on it.
I was like, Justin, you're up now. You taking care of these college. You just maintain that GPA, and I'm getting a Tesla. You bought your Tesla in 2022, last year,
Last year.
in Arkansas. I was surprised when you told me that. So he still works for the architect, but he lives out in Arkansas. So you texted me photos of your vehicle, and I'm like, don't tell me you're going to make the change. So why did you make the change?
Well, I knew I was going to be going to solar panels. My house in Arkansas backed up to southern facing sun. I've always want panels on the back of the house, not the front of the house. So I knew I was going to be transitioning to solar panels, and I felt like it would make sense for me if I got something used where I'm not having to pay. I would never pay $100,000
Right.
for a car.
Right.
But I found a good used one on the market for about $37,000, and it was a 2016 90D. So it had all the juice in it, and I was, fully loaded, all the perks, the updates. So they had undervalued it by about $7,000, which was a good value.
Yeah.
So I could afford that car payment, and coupled with the fact that my fuel costs will be about the third of gas, and that in the future I'll have solar panels taking care of all of my fuel, it just made a lot of sense for me.
Yeah.
And after driving it for even a short amount of time, my wife had a brand new Avalon. We loved driving it until I got my Tesla. And now I can't hardly drive her car anymore because the Tesla is just so much more responsive to everything that you want to do with it. So I'm not going back. Even if I get something new, it'll be something electrified because it's that much more fun to drive.
All right, well, I think you have to go and
crawfish is
cook.
going
All
on.
right, thanks a lot. And thank you for taking me to my first actual, you are the man because you introduced me. I'm watching out because he's busy doing the Crawdad stuff, but you introduced me to Tesla. So thank you so much. You have changed my life and made me a YouTuber. Thanks a lot, man.
I'm glad to be a part of that.
Yeah, thank you.